This building I'm looking at today is called Les Espaces D'abraxas. I'm probably butchered that name. You can look it up yourself. This building was in the Hunger Games. So before I show you the photo, let's take a look at this. This is from Wikipedia. Les Espaces D'abraxas is a high-density housing complex in Noisy-le-Grand, approximately 12 kilometers from Paris, France. The building was designed by architect Ricardo Beaufoil in his architecture practice in 1978 on behalf of the French government. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically this is a large complex of 591 apartments. Was designed in 1978 and completed in 1982. So this building in question is basically an apartment building, right? Let's take a look at this, folks. Let's take a look at this. This is the building in question. Oops, let me bring it up. This is the building in question. You're telling me when the French government built this as an apartment building. Right. Do you have it? I've looked for construction photos of this thing. I haven't found any construction photos. I just put this on Google Images, and I didn't see any construction images of this complex, this huge, massive complex. You can see how big it is compared to the normal buildings behind it, right? These are human-built buildings. This wasn't built by humans, folks. Just by looking at it, it's way more complex and more, I don't know. Here's a close-up image of the interior, well, the inside part. This part right here. Look at this. You really think they would build this for apartments? This complex stuff. Look at this. You have rings here. What are these rings for, right? If you're doing this for apartment buildings, this is wasted space, right? Why would they waste time on that? And why would they waste time on a curve like this? This was built by another beings, not human beings, because look at the telltale signs of Tartarians. The columns, right? This doesn't make any sense. This would not be good, a good use of space for apartments. Here's another look at it. I don't know what this thing was for, but I don't think this was built for apartments. There's no way in hell. There was a different purpose for this thing. So this building was featured in the Hunger Games movie. I think you probably saw this in the Hunger Games. Look at this thing, folks. Look how complex this thing looks. Why would they put this little... Let me bring this up. Maybe I can bring this image up. Why would they have this little building inside this complex? It's all wasted space, folks. It's all wasted space. This is for something else. This thing was intended for something else, and then they, use this fake narrative. I think this was always there, but they never really, showed it off to the public. I'm not sure, because these columns, right? These columns give it away that someone else built this. I think this was a future building of the Tartarians, like a futuristic kind of building. They went away from the old style buildings. I think this was a different kind of building, but yeah, very interesting. I just came upon this building. Very strange. Very strange. They tell you this is for apartments. I don't think it was for apartments. I think it was something else. You can take a look at it yourself, but look at this thing. Look how big it is compared to the other buildings around it. So complex and so well engineered, just like everything else from the old world. Yeah, it's called the Espaces D'abraxas.